So I don't care what anybody tells you, man. Like, if people lie to you, or they tell you that wearing like disguises and face masks is comfortable, I'll be the first one to tell you it ain't comfortable. My nose is killing me. Ah, God, my nose is killing me. I wore these upside down sunglasses the other day because we were doing this thing at this festival where everybody had to wear the sunglasses upside down. So, because it was like the last day of the festival, we thought it would be crazy and fun and funny to wear like all of our sunglasses upside down. And it was really sunny. So everybody had sunglasses on. So I put my sunglasses on upside down. It hurt my nose because I already broke my nose once. And my nose been hurting ever since. Well, it hasn't hurt since I put this thing on. But now it hurts. Yeah. So anyways, I hope everybody's having an alright day. It's going cool. God, man, I can't stand this anymore. It drives me nuts. Okay, there we go. That's better. I liked my disguise that I wore the other day, my winter disguise. That was more comfortable. It didn't hurt my nose so much. I think I'm gonna have to get a scarf or something like that. So this morning I was writing something. I'll share it with you. Hold on, I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Alright. So you know how a lot of us were like raised in like abusive homes and homes where like we had to be quiet and perfect, and if we weren't quiet and perfect, we got yelled at and stuff like that, or like we got on people's nerves or something like that. So I wrote this because I have a problem with rushing. And the reason why I rush is so I won't be yelled at. I won't get in anybody's way. So I'm like always rushing. I always feel nervous and tense, hyper vigilant, and like nothing's ever okay. And I'm like rushing everywhere. And I'm like always nervous and worried and paranoid and stuff. I'm always scared that people are gonna yell at me. But there's even like I'll be in my room for like 5 hours, but I think somebody's gonna yell at me. You know, I'm like 42 years old. It's crazy shit, man. That stuff stays with you, man. So anyways, I wrote this in the past tense, so I'll stop doing it. You know what I mean? Why I rushed. Not like why I rush now, but like why I rushed in the past. Positive thinking, baby. Why I rushed. I used to, and I also started an Instagram page, so I'm gonna start taking pictures of like my writing and stuff like that. Like I write all this stuff on my walls like this, just crazy ninja stuff. It looks like this because it looks crazy. Some people they come into my room, they get frightened. They think I'm like that Russell Crowe guy from A Beautiful Mind. I'm like one of those schizophrenic dudes that like. Like has writing all over his walls and like thumbtacks it and like puts like lines everywhere. Connects them with like not fishing wire but sewing line. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Anyways, who cares? So anyways, I used to rush and try to be perfect so I did not upset anyone, get yelled at, or be seen as a problem because I was around too much. I would feel upset that my presence was bothering other people. I grew up feeling like I wasn't good enough and I wasn't achieving enough. I didn't want to upset anyone. I always felt like I was going to be verbally abused or silently abused. Like how people get pissed off at you and they like slam cabinets and shit, but they won't tell you that they're bothered. And then you're like, oh, what's wrong? Like, you're slamming stuff. What's the matter? And they're like, nothing's the matter with me. Shit like that. Fuck. You got a word for that shit. It's like, silent aggression or some shit like that. But I hate when people like slam cabinets. I dated a girl once for like 2.5 years. I lived with her. And whenever she got pissed off, she would like slam shit. Because that's how I guess that's how her mom did shit. Like, so she's like, whoa, that's how my mom handled her problems, like by slamming shit whenever she was pissed at my dad. So that's what I'm going to do to any boyfriend I have for the rest of my life. And she was a psychology major too. Now she's a psychologist. I, I, I don't know, man. Whatever. I'm into dating psychologists. I'm also into dating dancers. And not like those kind of dancers, but like, ballerinas and stuff like that. Because, like, I see the body as like an art form. Because obviously I have an eating disorder. But, like, I see the body as like an art form. And, like, everything I put in my body is an art form. And my body is this, like, sick art form. And, like, it's like just this, like, thing. And, ballerinas, like, their whole life is like their body is this art form that needs to always get better and better and better, and like whether they stop eating. I did like 3 or 4 ballerinas before, and none of them got their menstrual cycle, like none of them got their period because they like overworked their bodies that much, and they had so many eating disorders. My sister told me to keep these short, so I'm gonna keep them short. She was just like, why are you filming videos that are 32 minutes long? I was like, I don't know, because it's fun. But like, fucking quit that shit. Nobody wants to watch a fucking 32-minute video, son. Make them like 6 minutes and shit. So it's on like 6 minutes and 30 seconds. So it's going to be a part 2. I'll read this. Peace out.